In this video, I'll be going through 4 ways to grow your Amazon Vendor Central purchase orders. For those of you who are new here, my name is Benjamin Bolshinsky. I used to work at Amazon in the vendor management team as an AVS for almost 3 years, and now I run a company called Vendor Launch, where we're a marketing agency. We work exclusively with Amazon vendors to grow their purchase orders. And so without further ado, these are 4 key ways that we implement for all of our clients. It's the first thing we do to grow their businesses, their Amazon Vendor Central businesses. And so, number 1, priority. You want to add more ranging to Amazon. Add as many products that are commercially viable to Amazon as you can. This includes things like color, flavor variations, bulk products, interesting pack sizes, new products. You want to add as many new products to your Vendor Central account as possible, right? This increases the surface area that customers can discover your products, interact with your brand, and ultimately drive sales. It's the first thing we do, is just adding more products. Now, obviously, it has to make sense commercially. You don't want to add a product where you're losing money. But most vendors, in my experience, don't add all products. They think, we don't really sell it to other retailers. It's not a product that has done historically well for us. Let's not do it. That is the wrong approach. You want to add as many products as you can, right? And in my experiences, it is often the products that you don't expect will sell well that end up selling well. So, Amazon works differently from other retailers, right? You might have products that don't sell well in your traditional brick and mortar bigger retailers, but once you put them on Amazon, they'll explode. So you really don't know unless you've tried to put it on there. And again, Amazon isn't limited by shelf space. There is no cost in trying to list your product on Amazon and seeing how it goes. So make sure you add as many products to Amazon as possible. If it has a barcode, put it on Amazon. Again, it has to make sense commercially. You have to make money, but you want to try add more products than you think. So that's step 1, adding more products or ranging to Amazon. Step 2, you then want to get Amazon to order all of your products. It is not enough to have the product selling on Amazon if Amazon themselves don't have stock in their warehouse, right? Everything is based upon the fact that Amazon actually have stock and that it's available for customers to buy, right? Even if you've listed all your products but Amazon doesn't have stock, there's no point, right? You need to get Amazon to order the product so that they have stock in their warehouse, right? Because at that point, it's available for the consumer to buy, right? Availability is crucial. And so you might be asking, well, how do I actually get Amazon to order the products? So probably half the products they're not ordering. I haven't seen purchase orders in months. There's products that they used to order, thousands and thousands per month, and now they've just stopped ordering those products, right? This is a common issue. And there's many different ways that you can solve this, right? You can enable drop shipping to start generating a bit of customer demand. Once you have that customer demand, you can then turn it off drop shipping and then start supplying through retail. You can, place dummy orders to help generate customer forecasts, which will then increase and translate to more purchase orders for you. Born to run. Or having Amazon actually raise a manual purchase order for some new products, right? You need to get Amazon to order the product so that they have stock and so that customers can buy it, right? A customer isn't going to buy a product if Amazon doesn't have stock of it in their warehouse, right? And the other mistake that I see, many vendors burn money by advertising and running promotions on products that Amazon doesn't have stock of. This is a waste of money because customers won't buy an out-of-stock product, right? You're just going to be paying for clicks that then don't convert. So make sure Amazon actually have stock of all the products that you've set up before you do anything else. Before you advertise, before you run promotions, make sure that they've raised orders. Step 3, get your products ranking at the top of search results. Let's say, for example, you sell tool products, right? When a customer searches for tools, where does your product come up? If it comes up in page 2, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Page 3, no one's going to see it. You want your products to be on page 1, ideally in the first 2 rows, right? That's probably where 60 70% of purchasing decisions are made in those first 2 rows, right? So you want to get your products ranking at the top of search results. And you might be asking, well, how do I do that? Easy. You run advertising campaigns to target the relevant keywords for your products to make sure they appear at the top. And that increases the number of eyeballs, the number of customers that get exposed to your products. So make sure that, you're running advertising campaigns, and you have to be smart. So a lot of the time it's about managing your advertising campaigns. It's about strategically and intelligently bidding on the right keywords, right? You don't want to waste money bidding on keywords that don't drive incremental sales. Many vendors do that. There is a lot of nuances. By the way, the same advertising strategy that works for sellers, it should not work for vendors. It's very different, right? As a vendor, you want to be advertising products that Amazon have in their fulfillment center, that Amazon actually have inventory, right? If you advertise a product that they don't have inventory on, then a customer isn't going to buy it. The delivery times are going to be very slow. It's not going to be Prime eligible. So you want to make sure that you're advertising products that they're actually ordering from you and that they've got in stock in their warehouse. Another common mistake that vendors run into is they advertise products and then purchase orders actually go to other suppliers, right? You're paying for someone else's sales. That's crazy. So you want to make sure that the products you're advertising are products that you have exclusive distribution for and that you're actually getting the purchase orders in your vendor account and that these purchase orders aren't going to someone else. So again, and this is often a question of just resources. Like a lot of clients that we work with, they have one person managing the vendor account. That's not enough, right? You need at least, you need a team that does advertising. You need a team, again, depending on the size of your business, but advertising, if you're serious about it, is in and of itself a full-time job. So oftentimes it's just about getting more resources to your Amazon vendor account. But again, step 3 is just getting your products to appear at the very top of search results. And that way, millions of customers will actually be able to see your products. They won't be lost in page 4, page 5. Get your products to the top of search results. Step 4. So now you've got your products at the top of search results. Well done. How do we, and the customer clicks on your product, right? They're intrigued. They click on the product. They open the product page. Now the next question is, how do we increase the percentage of product page views that convert to a sale? Let's run a scenario. Say you've got a 10% conversion rate. So for every customer that clicks on your product page, 1 out of 10 actually buy the product, right? How do we increase that percentage? How do we get that to say 30%? Instead of 1 customer out of 10 buying the product, how do we get 3 customers out of 10 following through with this sale, right? This is what we call the conversion rate. And this might be one of the more important metrics, right? Because if you can increase the percentage of page views that convert to a sale by 3 times, so you go from 10% conversion rate to 30% conversion rate, you've tripled your sales without adding more advertising spend, without launching new products. You haven't spent any more money, and yet you've made 3 times as much money, right? So conversion rate is crucial. And so how do we increase it? It all sounds easy, but how do we actually do this? Well, you want to build more trust with your customers, right? So you want to add merchandising, videos, A+ content to each of your listings. You want to add descriptive content, maximum number of images. You essentially want to build trust with your customer as soon as they open the product page. You can also run promotions, bundling, building a brand store. All these merchandising features help to increase that conversion rate. It helps build trust with your customers and ultimately increases the percentage of customers that convert to a sale. So that's step 4. Now, putting this all together, this is the secret. And this is what I call the vendor launch service. So basically, 4 pillars. Green, availability and operational efficiency. Basically, if the product is not in stock, a customer will not wait for it. They will not buy it. Get the products in stock, right? And if a customer won't wait for your product, guess what they'll do? They'll buy it from your competitor. You'll lose market share. So if it's not in stock, customers won't wait for it. Get it in stock. Traffic, pillar number 2. If it's not searchable, customers can't find it. Oops. If it's not in page 1, specifically the first 2 rows, customers won't find it. They won't buy it. Again, they'll buy your competitor product that does appear on the first 2 search rows. Selection. If it's not on Amazon, customers can't access it, right? If you haven't added the product to Amazon, it doesn't matter what you do, a customer won't be able to buy it. They will go to either a different retailer, or if they're already on Amazon, which many customers are, they'll buy your competitors' products. So make sure your product is on Amazon. Bulk packs, bundles, flavor variations, size variations, color variations, as many different combinations as you can. If it's not on Amazon, customers can't access it. Pillar number 4, conversion. If it's not convincing, customers will not buy it. Convince the customer by building trust with them, by having a converting product page, by adding merchandising, making it very informative and useful for the customer. Make their buying decision easier, right? So these are the 4 pillars, the vendor launch service plan that we implement for all of our clients, and this is ultimately, what grows purchase orders for our clients. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.